Hi, my name is David Klappenberger. I've been a painting contractor since 1989, started franchising in 2016, have 8 franchises, mostly on the East Coast. Anyhow, I often get the question from candidates who say, hey, how much can I make in the first year? It's a great question, certainly deserves a nice, thorough answer. Legally, I cannot give even a range of how much you can make in the first year. That would be, I could be held liable. What I can do is I can give you a formula and show you what the averages are in the industry, and from this you can extrapolate what you would need to do to make 6 figures, $200,000 or more. Sound good? Great, let's get started. The first thing we need to take a look at is how many estimates do I need? I need to give estimates. An established company's giving maybe 6, 8 estimates a week. In the busy season, they might be giving as many as 10 to 20 estimates a week. Certainly isn't unheard of. But a new company that's just getting started might only be averaging about 3.5 estimates a week. Now, an aggressive marketing campaign could certainly do more than 3.5 estimates a week. But in this scenario, with a moderate marketing budget, 3.5 estimates a week, that's 182 estimates a year. The average job size in the painting industry is $4,500, which is about $1,000 more than it was just a few years ago. Anyhow, 182 multiplied by 4,500 gets us to $819,000 worth of work that was estimated. Now, we're not going to close everything we estimated. The industry average is 30%. You might not close 30%, or somebody might close 20%, somebody might close 50%. It ranges, but the average is 30%. Okay. If you close 30% of that $819,000, it'd be $245,000 worth of work that you closed. Not bad. Now, how much of that money do you get to keep? What is the net profit? Industry averages are between 15 and 25%. But I know people who do much worse than 15% and some people who do better than 25%. But the average is about 15 to 25%. Your results may vary. But for the case of this scenario, which is just a scenario, let's just say it's 20%. Let's just split it right down the middle. 20% of that $245,000 is $49,000 and change. All right, so that's $49,000 when giving 3.5 estimates a week with an average job size of 4,500 and a close rate of 30%. If you're thinking, oh, okay, so to make $100,000, I just need to give 7 estimates a week. It's not that simple. There's 5 factors that really influence whether your margins are 0, 15, 20, 25% or more. These 5 principles, these 5 practices will put you on the upper end of the net profit. Check them out. Let's talk about how we can lock in our profits as much as possible and keep them in the 15 to 25% range. When we give an estimate, and in this example, let's say we're giving an exterior estimate, we're going to put in some measurements, some information in our Excel spreadsheet, and fortunately, this Excel spreadsheet is going to tell us how many hours the job is going to take, how much materials we're going to make as need as well. In this example, to keep things simple, we're going to say this job takes 100 hours. Now we've worked with their subcontractor, and we know that they're really shooting to make about $30 an hour. We're going to not pay them $30 an hour to do the work, but rather give them a fixed price of $3,000 to do this job. Now, if the job takes more or less hours, they get paid $3,000 irregardless. The materials in this example are $500 at our cost. We're going to mark them up 50% to $750. We're going to charge the customer $65 an hour. So for the labor, making the total cost of this job $6,500 plus the $750 is $7,250, and our gross profit is going to be just over 50%. We're looking pretty good here. Now you're going to have other expenses besides your labor and material for insurance, gas, marketing, royalties, all kinds of things that are going to push it down somewhere, hopefully, in the 15 to 25% range. Whether you use subcontractors or employees, when paying at a piece rate as opposed to an hourly rate, you lock in your profits and minimize the risk. Now, let's talk about how to improve your close rate so we can get more jobs. Regardless if you use employees or subs, the quality of the crews out there doing the work will both directly and indirectly affect your close rate and the profitability. Inconsistent average painters, believe it or not, they need to be replaced. You need to always be upgrading and getting rid of the inconsistent ones because they might help you out on a few jobs, but they hurt your reputation on other jobs. That will directly impact you because your referrals and your repeat business is going to be less than what it optimally could be. Also, when you get off of the phone with an unhappy customer and you're walking in to give an estimate to a new customer, you're going to be carrying that negative energy in, and the customer's going to feel it, and it's going to impact your close rate. Replacing average painters with better ones is something that is a best practice that will make owning and operating a painting company much more enjoyable, less stressful, and more profitable. Many painting owners, including myself, have believe that you can fix average painters, you can make them better. The truth is you can't, and you don't have time. A second thing that will directly impact how much money you make in your first year is how well written your proposals are. A well-written proposal not only has a detailed list of what's included, but it also has what's excluded. This will eliminate gray areas like, for example, whether the closets were included or not, which can cost you time, money, and hurt the relationship between you and the customer. A good, well-written proposal will have some details in it that are specific to the customer's needs, such as, is it a time-sensitive job, or the amount of prep work that needs to be done, so that it ensures that the customer knows that you are listening to them about their specific needs, and you put it down in the proposal. Now that you have your well-written proposal, get it out in a timely manner. Time kills deals. While you're doing something other than getting that proposal out, your competitors are getting it out and they're closing the jobs. Proposals that get out in a timely manner and are well written, wow, you're going to make a lot more money than those who don't do that. It's funny if you think about it, so far all of these three things are all under the franchisee's control. Getting rid of the inconsistent painters, carpenters, getting proposals out on time, and having them detailed properly. Those are all under your control. The fourth one is also under your control, but a little bit less so. You need to get Google reviews. Google reviews are so important to get leads organically, to get them for free so you don't have to pay for them. Having a habit of and a business card with a QR code on them, which we provide for you, helps get those Google reviews. You want to make it as easy as possible for customers to give you a Google review, and we have strategies to do that. Implementing them is going to make a huge difference in your ability to get more work. The final piece of the puzzle is sales. It doesn't matter how many leads you get, how well written the proposal is, or how quickly you get it out. If you haven't built value, the customer just might not be interested in your proposal. Think about it. After all the estimators leave and they get their prices and they put them out on the counter and they're looking at the prices and they're looking at the scope of the work, how did you build value? The salesperson who built the most value has the highest chance of closing. Why should that customer pick you? How to build value, it's so important. We teach that a lot in our 6-week training program, and it helps you close more jobs, have a higher profit, and really enjoy the business as a whole. It's fun having your own business, growing your own business. The freedom, the rewards are unlike that of any other type of job. If you'd like more information, check out the link below and let's schedule a time to talk and see if this makes sense. And at that point, if it does, you can even talk to some of our franchisees and ask them any question you'd like. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.